Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. All right, so ESPN seems to want to continue to stir up controversy or trying to get a story or a headline when they feel like they need to bring a certain person on. My thing is this here. Why don't you bring on the person that everything is circled around, and that is Caitlin Clark? Why you won't invite Caitlin Clark? You invite Stewie, you invite this person, you invite that person. So today they had Napheesa Collier on there. Now there's a two-part to this because I'm gonna clip the other one once I find it, because she did talk about the CBA. But this part, she's talking about the viewership or the TV games, how many games that the Fever has get or televised, and she feel like that it should have been across the board. Well, Napheesa, let me explain something to you. Well, if you had won the WNBA title last year, and you probably would have got the 33 games that the Liberty got, or you would have got, no, the Aces got, you would have got the 32 games that the Liberty got. But the fact of the matter is that we know who had all the ratings. We know who all put the television viewership up high. That is Caitlin Clark. She did that. So therefore, yeah, you say, well, it's not that bad, you know, I'm not hating, but underlyingly, it sounds like hate. It sounds like jealousy. Now, we already know that Napheesa Collier and the Brianna Stewart wanted to get Caitlin Clark in a rival, which she turned it down. But now it seems like everybody wants to see more Caitlin Clark. They want to see, and Stephen A made a good point. I usually don't agree with him too much. He made a good point. He said that, hey, when Jordan came, he was must-see TV, he was this and he was that. And then the fact of the matter is that even though you have Magic and Larry in the league, it was the thing that he needed to, the league needed to do. David Stern, when he was alive, he capitalized on it instantly. You know what I'm saying? And this is where you can't say the league has a hand in that, because the league doesn't have a hand in, they just put out the schedule. The networks is the one that really constructed everything and said, well, hey, you know what? We want to see more of this person, you know, because it's better for our ratings, it's better for viewership, it's better for, you know, because if you, for lack of a better word, Napheesa Collier should think about this. How did you get there? How did you get in a position where you're at now? Because of Caitlin Clark. You got there because she had television viewership high. No matter what team she played, no matter what city she played in, you know, the Fever was there, it was home, and the viewership went up for across all these TV, all these stations, ION, ESPN, CBS, and so forth and so on. So the fact of the matter is that now you feel at the end of the day that you should have got more viewership, or everybody should have got the equal amount. It doesn't work that way at all. It doesn't. But nonetheless, I'm gonna let y'all listen to what she had to say, because sometimes these people just, they talk. I keep using this analogy all the time. They don't use logic over stupidity. And this is a clear example how they just don't think.
So Caitlin Clark obviously has been a hot button topic on the show and took the WNBA by storm last year. Now her team is going to have 41 of their 44 games nationally televised, while the reigning champs, the Liberty, only have 32. Was this a fair move by the W?
I think it's two things. I mean, obviously people want to watch Caitlin play, and so you have to put the people on TV that people want to see. But at the same time, like, there's stars all over the league, and you want good basketball as well. Obviously, Indiana, especially like with their free agents, they're gonna be a great team. But to not have the defending champs on TV more, I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, it doesn't have to be where you're taking games away from Indiana, but I think you can raise the level of TV games for the other teams as well.
Why is that an issue? I asked this question respectfully, Napheesa, because I remember in the 80s, for example, when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird took the NBA by storm and they were winning championships, competing for championships, but then this dude named Michael Jordan came along. And Michael Jordan came along and he wasn't yet winning championships, but his popularity was so astronomical that the NBA practically marketed everything they could around this guy. So to know that there's an example like that as a shining example to be followed that could benefit the league, particularly down the road, why is that an issue when we've seen that such a marketing plan has worked in the past?
I don't think it's an issue. I do think Caitlin's a star. And like I said, people want to see her, and we are trying to grow the league. Like, you need to put on TV the players that people want to see. But kind of what I said before, I don't think raising the level of the other teams has to mean bringing down Caitlin or the Indiana Fever. They should have those amount of games on TV on primetime, but I think other teams should also have more than what they have.
That's fair.
All right, guys. So if you listen to what she said, she said they are deserving to have them games, but the others need to have the same amount of games. You only got 44 games in the league. So if Caitlin don't got 44 televised, the Vegas Aces got 33, and I think New York Liberty has 32. Wait, who wants to see Minnesota? Who wants to see Minnesota? You're pretty much the only star there. Courtney Williams, nobody wants to see her. Kayla McBride, nobody wants to see her. Nobody wants to see Cheryl Reeves either. So how many games you think you're going to get on TV nationally? You think you should have 44? You think you should have 32 games on national TV? The thing about it is, when y'all had a chance to grow the league, let me pause real quick. She said that they trying to grow the league. How long you been in the league and you have not grown it? AJ Wilson been in the league 7 years. Duran Taurasi, 20, and you have not grown the league. It took Caitlin Clark to elevate the league, and now all of a sudden you want equal amount of TV airtime? Nah, it doesn't go like that. Just like Stephen A. said, when Michael Jordan came on the scene, everybody wanted to see Michael Jordan. Same thing with the Lakers. Even when the Lakers play bad, they show the Lakers on TV. Even when the Lakers got LeBron, they showed him on TV. Even when LeBron was at Miami, they showed him on TV. Even the Golden State Warriors get airtime. As good as the Denver Nuggets is, they get airtime, but they're not the main team. The main star of y'all league is Caitlin Clark. This is what Napheesa Collier has to understand and get through her head. The main star of this league is Caitlin Clark. She is must-see TV. Y'all been playing in this league for 6, 7, 5 years now, and y'all have not did anything. So nobody wants to see. Yeah, the New York Liberty has their own fan base and they own TV market, so they're gonna get airtime. The Aces got AJ Wilson. That's about it right now. Everybody else is. I don't see nobody else crying. I don't see the Storm crying about not getting no airtime. Nobody wants to see them. Everybody wants to see. And this is the same thing that Sid Carlson said in her interview today with the Indiana Fever media. It don't matter if you ain't on, your team is not on TV. And this is something that what these thick skull people on Twitter, they need to get this through their head too. Y'all benefit for having the Indiana Fever play on TV, play against your team, because what Sid Costa say, it shines a light on the players that you have not get a chance to see or learn about. That's how you grow in the league. Indiana Fever is growing y'all league by giving y'all more exposure. Y'all couldn't do it on your own. So Caitlin Clark had to come and show you how it's done. Sitting there crying, and then when Stephen A. asked her a question, she had to look up in the air and then kind of think a little bit like, oh, how am I phrase this question really? Because, and it seemed like now she's being on everywhere somebody's trying to interview her and ask her certain questions about the CBA or about the league or whatever the case would be. And she seemed like she wants to be the spokesperson for it. Well, guess what? I feel like as well-spoken Sydney Colson is, she should be on the WNBA PA. If you want to feel that way, you should have been on the WNBA PA. These are the things that kind of what continue to make the league look bad, because you get this kind of thinking, and then you kind of contradict yourself at the same time in your answer. You know, instead of say, hey, you know what? You know, she said, well, it doesn't have to diminish the Indiana Fever, but at the same time, I want to be on TV just as much as her. It doesn't work that way. You already played it on Rival. You lost in the finals. You lost in on Rival. And y'all ratings have still been bad. If you had Caitlin Clark and she went to the finals, guess what? You probably have a 2 million viewership record on Rival. But since y'all don't want to do right by her, now y'all it's like y'all need her, but y'all want to capitalize on everything her, but not give her credit, and not say, oh well, she can't. The Fever could get all of these, but we need this too. No, it doesn't work that way, man. And that's why I don't understand why Napheesa Collier continued to make a mockery of herself when she gets on television. I like her. I think she cool, but she's starting to. Some of that underlying jealousy is starting to come out every time you hear her talk now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just to say, hey, it's what it is. We can't control it, because the league puts out the schedule. The TV networks are the one that decides who they want to see. If they don't want to see you play on national TV and thinking you're not going to draw ratings for them, they're not going to put you on. Same thing with ESPN. If they don't think you're going to drive their ratings, or you're in one of the hottest teams, they're not going to put you on. CBS, Ion, they're not going to put you on. So all of this crying about, well, I feel like I need to be on TV a little bit more. Where was you at last 2 years? Where was you? Like I said, man, these people, they don't use logic. They use very little logic and a lot more stupidity. Because at the end of the day, man, nobody wants to see these teams play. If Caitlin Clark was down in the league, nobody would have been looking at these teams at all. You know, they'd probably be checking for them here and there, but they would not be looking for them like that. So I just feel like at the end of the day, Napheesa should just go out there. If you're on TV and you're playing against the Indiana Fever, hey, you're doing something right. But until then, don't worry about it. So, till the next episode, guys, like, comment, subscribe, Livewire Sports, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Livewire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Livewire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.